One of the most charitable people I know, and in
Okay.
2007, he established the Leo Messi Foundation.
I'll give over.
Now, focusing on improving access
Why are you reading them?
to educational and healthcare for the underprivileged.
And the player I'm putting in my team is John Terry.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
All right, I got another one then. I'll replace him with another centre-back, Rio Ferdinand.
You can't. That's almost as bad.
Are you being serious?
What is this guy on?
As a guy from South London, yeah, let's talk about what he's doing in the ends, innit? I'm going to go left back then, and this one, I dare anybody.
If I hit Ashley Cole,
Yeah, he says Ashley Cole, man.
Yo, what is everyone saying? Welcome back to another episode of the Total 90 Pod. As Easter is just finishing and Ramadan is coming to an end, today we're doing a draft of good Samaritans and overall just nice guys. The complete opposite of that controversial draft we did last year. And joining me for such a draft, he spent his 40th birthday calling out EAFC scammers on Twitter. So he's definitely a good guy deep down somewhere. Stokes, how was the birthday, mate? How does it feel to be,
Feel 18 again, you know? I'm 30 years old, but, you know, I feel great. I feel great. Life's great.
Yeah, glad to hear it, mate. It was some fun bit of reading when I was on Twitter that day, but fairs. Next up, after a long suspension for cheating on the last draft, this guy is a notorious cheater, actually. He cheats in drafts, in OSM, whatever game, he's a cheater. But we've brought him back for a draft where Googling is not only allowed, but it's even encouraged. So, Callum, how have you been, pal?
I'm great, mate. My suspension was long, but I'm glad to be back. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, hopefully you can get a win to avenge and make up for lost time. And lastly, his captain has just refused to shake the hand of a young brother, following in the footsteps of many Chelsea legends. So, you know, he's well placed to know what it takes to not be a very nice guy. Ali, would you have shook the hand of that poor kid?
No, man, it was giving me Sterling vibes, so I would have left him hanging as well.
The brothers come in dressed all professional. I thought you'd be like, yeah, it's absolutely not on whatsoever. Fair enough.
That poor kid, man.
Yeah, man. I felt sad for him. They did it to Enzo. Did it as well. It's a whole Chelsea.
It's that
thing,
Gary
man.
Neville
Enzo
mentality where you don't talk to anyone before, man. Just look straight ahead, pay attention.
Yeah. All right. That's what you want to call it. No problem. Well, the draft rules are very simple. There is no wheel today. We're gonna go one by one, picking any player we like, club or country, wherever, past, present, doesn't matter. The only rule is they got to be having somewhere where there's like a good Samaritan vibe or they did something nice. I don't care what you want to do. Like last time for the controversy one, we had Drew saying that Pele was faking his stats on Wikipedia and stuff like that to get him in. I don't care. So long as you can convince us that you can have the player, it's fine by me. Obviously, we're then going to have 11 players. We put our pictures together and argue about why our team is the best. If you want to vote on the unbiased, anonymous ones, follow the Twitter so that you know when I put the tweet out and you can get the DM sent. Enough waffling. Callum has picked the order for us already. It's going to be Ali, myself, Callum, and then Stokes. You guys can play along as well. Pick your 11 of the... I'm not going to say least controversial because some of the players may be a bit controversial, but they've done nice things before. So, I don't know. Ali, kick us off, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to go for currently the best player in the world, Kylian Mbappe. You know, my research showed me that he donated his entire World Cup earnings to charity. And I don't know, it doesn't get much bigger than that.
I don't know about you guys, but as an avid League 1 watcher, I saw him throw in a strop just this weekend.
Every week, pretty much.
Yeah, because he was getting subbed off.
Yeah, that's throwing a strop to his superiors, the manager. And that. Come on, man, they're in privileged positions.
I don't know, guys. I think he's running a bit of a dictatorship at PSG at the moment. Stokes, are you having that?
Listen, I might be wrong. He doesn't really come off as a nice fella to me. But I mean, listen, he donated his earnings, I guess. What can you say?
It's a pretty big gesture.
Callum,
you know, it was a big.
You're someone that's an avid cheater or so. Would you say that Mbappe gets out of this or?
It's a hard one because he regularly is throwing his teddies out his pram and the whole situation with PSG. It's a difficult one to say, really, because Ali did make a good point that he has donated his entire money from the World Cup. But
Then
it's a
I've
hard
also
one.
got
he's on
another.
every
I've
week,
also
you
got
know.
another moment
Yeah.
for Mbappe as well. If I'm gonna
Okay.
push my case,
Go on.
during the
Let's
World Cup
stretch
in
the truth here
Qatar,
as well.
he booted the ball at a fan. Yeah, and he went to go check on him. You know what I mean? He went to go make sure the guy's all right.
I think you've just made your argument worse for yourself.
No, it was
there, Ali. I
accidental,
can't lie.
bro.
I hear that.
It was accidental, but he made sure some man would just leave him be, like let him cry in the stands and that. But bro went to go check on him.
I feel like you made a valiant case, so I'm all right to let you have it.
Oh,
If
wow.
the Stokes, so do you mind or do you still
Yeah,
wanna...
he could have it. He snuck it in there. It's fine.
All right, fair enough.
Remember this later on.
Yeah, have your Mbappe, no problem. All right. Now, right before we started recording, Callum was telling me that he was going to struggle with left back. So I'm going to take one now, just in case that becomes a problem. I'm picking a guy who very, very charitable. He comes on for 3 minutes of Soccer Aid every year and says, hey, you know what, you man? I'm done. It's Roberto Carlos. And he minds his business. He's unproblematic. For a Brazilian, we know, maybe sometimes they can get up to a bit of interesting stuff. But Roberto Carlos, good guy. We all in agreement with that one, yeah?
No.
Yeah, I always see him smiling personally, but I mean,
Could he not be doing more for
I was
Soccer Aid?
doing.
Putting a bit more minutes up?
No, but you haven't seen what he does behind the... He's doing all like the social media content as well that you wouldn't see during the match as well, So, yeah, I think that's a great left back, guys. So, thanks, guys. At the end of the day, it's my ball. It's my ball. Don't like it, I'm going home. Callum, give us your first player.
I'm also going to go for a Brazilian left back. I'm going to go for Marcelo. He's done a lot of work for charity. A bit of a Madrid star and hero in that respect. All round a great guy. I couldn't find anything controversial when I was having a quick Google, so I'll take Marcelo, please.
Well, I saw Marcelo put out his all-time 11 that he's played alongside.
Yeah.
And he had Ronaldo right wing. What do you guys think about that?
Come on, be serious.
That's his boy, yeah. That's his...
Put him at right wing.
seems like a bit of a snake, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, be serious.
That's
Come on.
staggering. Stokes, are you happy with Marcelo? Any qualms?
I've never heard anything bad about him, so I mean,
Yeah, I can't lie.
I think
You
we've
might
got to
have
be a bit careful here, though, because he's not seeing anything bad enough to get you in. We need you to go out.
I saw he done some charity work, like not a lot, but it's something. It's a little bit.
And just
better than nothing.
donated to charity one day. Them little coin boxes outside the shops and that, and now putting them in.
Yeah, just threw his pocket change.
I personally I've never heard this story, but if you say so, innit, no problem. Stokes, who's your first pick?
All right, well, let me introduce you to one of the most charitable people I know, and in 2007 he established the Leo Messi Foundation.
I'll give over.
Now, focusing on improving access
Why are you reading them?
to educational and healthcare for the underprivileged children. I mean, what a fantastic guy! And he's always in the spotlight, but he's never doing anything controversial. So, Messi.
I believe he went a few years without paying his taxes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Is that an example to set to the next generation? I'm not quite sure.
I think looking into that, it was just a bit of a confusion between him and the government. I don't think it was anything too dodgy, Yeah.
So, are you like a tax man in another life or something? Do you know how the tax code works in Barcelona?
Kind of, but like from what I'm hearing, I hear there's no player that hasn't had any issues. Ronaldo, Mourinho, Modric, listen, they're all at it. So I mean,
doesn't make it right, does it?
Maybe he was putting his bad like untaxed money into charity. Like that's possible, you can't really tell.
Ali, obviously you've been fasting and whatnot. Do you think it's okay that he's putting stolen money into charity? Is that something that you'd be condoning?
It is a bit wary. That's dirty money, basically. It's basically money laundering. You know what I mean? That's a crime where I'm from. But I did have him on my potential list, so I can't deny that, to be honest.
Fair enough. You can have Messi, no problem. Who's your second player, Stokes?
Okay, so my second one, I've come into contact with this guy and I've met him and he's very sound. So I just thought, you know what, I'll throw him in there. Okay. He's done a lot, as some of you might know. I'm a professional EAFC or FIFA player,
right winger.
No, and there's a man named Ruud Gullit who's done a wonderful thing for the esport. He's bringing paying loads of kids money. He's bringing like a lot of money into the esport, into everyone's pocket. So big shout out to that guy, and I want to bring him in. Obviously, fantastic footballer as well.
Did you know that in 2015-16 season, he was on the Sky Sports panel during that was when they had Champions League still and whatnot, and I think it was Arsenal Barcelona, and there was a time where he farted and he blamed it on someone else. Is that someone? You can Google this.
The fact that you had that off the top of your head, bro.
No, true story.
I don't know what I was supposed to say to that.
True story. That's not a good person. I can't lie, but Fairs, if you want it, you can have it, I suppose.
I think I'll allow a fart in, on my team.
Okay, no problem. Callum?
Let's go with... I think we should go with Johan Cruyff. What an amazing man he was. Lots of charitable work, a pioneer of football, an all-round great guy. I have no idea whether he done anything bad or not, but I'm just going to run this agenda anyway.
Funny you say that. He was an avid smoker for a lot of his career, and he had even worse contract problems than Kylian Mbappe. In fact, when he came back from America to go back to Netherlands, they asked him, "Oh, we're going to give you a 1-year contract. You know, you're a legend of the club. Come back." He said, "No, I'm not having that. I'm going PSV. I'm going to our direct rivals." And he went and won the league there. That's not a good example, in my opinion. But again, I guess we got to let you have it. Otherwise,
I was thinking more of off the pitch stuff rather than on the pitch. But
fair enough. Now, listen, obviously it's my turn now. As much as we're laughing, it's time for something serious, guys. Because in 2015, there was an earthquake.
I want to hear this.
In 2015, there was an earthquake in Nepal, and someone donated $5 million to the cause, and that someone is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I'm not. Listen, I don't want to bring the channel into disrepute and demonetize.
$5 million.
I'm just gonna name one location. Las Vegas, and then I'm gonna leave it
that's
there.
enough said. Said.
But no. Nepal, guys, Nepal earthquake.
This one is a bit too controversial.
I'm not hearing it.
So what you men are saying that he should have left like the 5? He should have just done nothing about it. Yeah.
I just doesn't think it makes up for what he did.
Yeah, one good act doesn't make up for...
Allegedly.
He's also paid up for a lot of people's surgeries as well, and paid for a lot of people's food during World Cup tournaments. Now, these are things that are factual and verifiable. So I feel like if we're allowing some people, because they've done a bit of charity here and there, this is enormous levels of charity. I'd argue probably one of the most philanthropic players that we've seen in terms of giving money, guys. So, you know.
I feel like this is gonna really just taint your squad, mate. If you got him on that pitch, do you really want to have him?
I tend to agree here.
Do you really want to have him in the influence in that?
No problem. Then instead, I'll be taking. This is a man who he's so smiley all the time. You see him smiling. I've met him. He's a good friend of mine, actually. His name is Ronaldo Nazario. He's always so happy to take selfies with people that are, let's be honest, nobodies like myself. You know, he's there, he smiles. Oh, don't worry. But Ronaldo Nazario is a great guy. Again, always involved in these charity games and having a bit of a laugh. So, Ronaldo Nazario, no arguments there, right, guys?
He seems like a nice chap. Man, I mean, I've got nothing there.
Yeah, great geezer.
Can't say I found anything whilst doing research, though.
Ali?
My next...
You got 2 picks.
Oh, 2 picks. Oh, brilliant. All right, I'll do one. I'll do a goalkeeper just in case. I'm going to go for Chelsea legend Petr Cech.
Oh,
yeah.
I had him in mind, so I can't even lie.
He released a charity single for Bob Wilson Foundation. Not sure what the Bob Wilson Foundation does, but he's a brilliant drummer, and it was actually with a drummer from Queen, so I'm sure it made a lot of money for them.
Yeah, I have no arguments on that one. I was going to talk about how, you know, his head got packed in and he didn't even like he was calm about it and he quite laughing. What's funny about that?
Do you say so?
Wait, first.
This next one might have some backlash, but I think if we look at it on its individual merit of deed that's been done in it, when a colleague of his mother died, he made sure that the whole team attended the funeral. He made sure everyone took the day off and attended the funeral. The player whose mum died was Frank Lampard, and the player I'm putting in my team is John Terry.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. No. There is no way. Absolutely no way.
This brother organised a motive, and he thinks it outdoes everything that he's done in the
I said a
past. That
motive,
is
bro.
crazy.
He was there for his teammate.
That
That's
is
a real
crazy.
leader. That's a real leader
There's
in
a
the
lot of Ryan
side.
Giggs in there.
Ali,
as
you
well,
do
man.
realise I
Like,
am a
Jesus
QPR fan
Christ.
here,
Oh,
so I literally am probably the biggest hater of that man right now.
And let me tell you, as someone that also had John Terry shortlisted for paying for the funeral of an 8-year-old with leukemia, I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that.
So I should leave that one
sorry,
there, yeah?
guys.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
100%.
All right, I've got another one then. I'll replace him with another centre-back, Rio Ferdinand.
You can't. That's almost as bad.
Are you being serious?
What is this guy on?
As a guy from South London, yeah, let's talk about what he's doing in the ends, innit? And he's set up a charity, yeah? What's it called? Lift the Dream Foundation, you man.
More importantly, there was that, and then of course when his own brother was getting, facing racism, he didn't back it. So he talk about what he did for guys in South London. He did nothing for me. You know what I mean? I was watching that thinking, yo, Rio, back it, and he didn't back it, bro. So yeah.
So what? We're not.
I'd say once again, sadly, as someone that also had Rio written down for a 500k charity deposit for Christmas toys in Manchester, I can't let you have that. Sorry.
So what, that's both of my centre-backs gone. I don't think I had anyone.
They're gone, bro.
All right.
You can have like Koulibaly or something, bro.
I'm gonna go left back then, and this one I dare anybody.
If I hit Ashley Cole,
if he says Ashley Cole, man.
No, that's not Ashley Cole. This one's undisputable, innit? I'm gonna go for Eric Abidal. For obvious reasons, came back from a tumour and managed to play, and was an important part.
He did cheat on his wife with the PSG female player, which then also launched the police investigation into her getting beaten up as well. I forget what her name is. Let me do a quick Google on that one.
I know exactly the story. Now that you said that, I've just remembered exactly the story.
I also recall that story as well. Damn. So I think in the interest of not having Ali pick 100 players, I might let you have Abidal. I feel like you done his.
Come on, he went for a lot.
Do you mind?
Yeah. Listen, he did do a great thing, despite the other things.
Where not everyone is perfect, right, guys?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right, my next player is gonna be someone related in some way to Abidal. Obviously, all the other centre backs are gone, so I'm gonna give the guy that let Abidal lift the trophy, and the brother thought it was Alex Song. I'm taking Carlos Puyol. Really upstanding guy. I think that's a selfless act to let Abidal lift his trophy after that one as well. Encourages people to have long hair. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there we go. Not much argument for that one.
Yeah, no.
Callum.
Fair enough.
I was actually looking at Puyol as my next pick, so that's kind of put me in a bit of trouble here. I'm going to go with a right-sided defender in Zanetti. One club man, really. Even though he did play in Argentina, but everyone really knows him for his time at Inter, a lot of charity work. And I've never really heard anything bad about him, to be honest.
Yeah. Stokes is smiling. Do you have any...
No, this phrase does a lot of charity work. Is getting thrown around loads.
Well, when you look on someone's Google Stokes, you have to try and stretch the possibility of them being a good person.
No problem. Yeah. Stokes, 2 players.
2 players. All right. So easy ones. I feel like this is finally, if we finally found like some undeniable ones. I've got N'Golo Kante, of course, smiley man. A lot of charity work, sends a lot of money home. Just I've never seen him mixed up in anything. He even drives shitty cars just to be like. I don't know why he does, but yeah, fair. Yeah. And then the second one, next to him will be Andres Iniesta. Now, little do you guys know, probably he's never had a red card in his career. He doesn't have a bad bone in his body.
I will let you know he did cheat taxes whilst he's out in Japan, and that's recently why he left Japan. So you do enjoy the tax evaders, don't you?
We discussed this tax.
Are these your favourite type of players?
I'm on their side. I'm on their side, honestly.
You're on their side, are you?
Yeah.
Maybe HMRC should give you a call, Stokes.
Ali, what do you think of Iniesta? Of course, the man that scored that incredible volley to knock out Chelsea. Are you much of an Iniesta fan?
He was part of that UEFA Lona team, so I don't know if really, you know what I mean. He can be in there. Yeah, but
Was it his fault? His fault. They got all the decisions.
Look,
Yeah,
a good man wouldn't have put that ball in the
He
top
could have said
bins.
no, right? He could have said, yeah, I agree. Like Michael Owen, for example, missed that penalty on purpose when he thought it wasn't a pen. So I'm also going to start doing my midfield then, I suppose. This is a man who played in the Match for Peace in 2014. He loves a bit of wine, but he drinks within the limit, and he encourages safe, sensible drinking. Actually, his father's business, he helped out massively. His name is Andrea Pirlo. What a lovely individual, right, guys? He's played for many big Italian teams, and no one hates him. That's a sign of a proper good Samaritan in my books. So
yeah, I can't rack any.
Wasn't I supposed to be before?
Oh,
yeah, you were.
Yeah, shit.
Take Pirlo, man. Take Pirlo.
It's fine. You can have Pirlo. I'll go afterwards, and then I'll go back to my normal spot. You can have Pirlo.
Oh,
it's fine.
You go now. You go now. My bad.
I'm gonna take. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a current player.
Okay.
He has no tattoos, so he can donate blood regularly.
Okay,
he drives a small car. Yes, yeah. And he doesn't really spend a lot of his money, and he also donates a lot to charity. And I'm picking Rodri.
Okay.
Does cry a little bit too much to referees. I'm not a fan of that. Often complains post-game.
Well, if that's all you can say to not have him in my team, then that's good enough for me.
Yeah, fair enough. It makes sense. Ali, you got 2 picks.
All right. One of them, I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna try to fill in one of those centre back slots that you men keep denying me. Fabio Cannavaro. He has a cancer research foundation, so doesn't get more.
He did get caught for doping though.
That wasn't in my record.
Having injections before a match.
Is that proven?
Having injections before a match with.
Was he?
Yeah. I don't know the full extent.
I think it was probably for medical reasons. You can sneak him in there. My second pick, in case I can't find another centre back, you'll fill in there. But CDM, Michael Essien.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints.
He once took time out of his day watching football to take a picture of me, so I feel like he's well deserved in there just for that alone. Let alone his charity work in Ghana.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not familiar with his charity work in Ghana as a Ghanaian, but no problem. He's got some cool adverts for Fun Ice ice cream, and that is enough for me.
I put the title of the article in the little chat on the side.
Controversial video of Cannavaro injecting neoton phosphocreatine in the what's that like? Protein.
It's basically something to help your heart from like going into like a metabolic stage. Yeah, like basically.
You wanted to make sure he doesn't die. Come on, we're gonna.
Yeah. No, but he's not doing it because he has a problem. He was doing it because it was a banned substance, and it was gonna help his performance.
Right, I'm going for someone. It's me now for certain, and Ali's gone twice.
Yeah, it's you. Yeah,
I'm going for someone that really inspires the youth. I think he's been to London a few times. Again, a lot of charity games he's played in, a lot of charitable events he's participated in. Always smiling. If there's one guy you think about smiling, is this guy, Ronaldinho. Oof. He's always wearing that baggy hat and the same garms, telling people like, you know what? It doesn't matter if you've been wearing the same clothes for 20 years.
Didn't he recently spend some time in a jail for like having 2 passports? But no.
Misunderstanding.
A lot of convictions going on in your team over there, buddy.
No, there isn't. I don't have CR7. Ronaldinho is a lovely guy. And he took his time out to come to London. He went to Brixton and all the kids were screaming, Ronaldinho! Think of all the people that he's taken off the roads just because he played football. Think of all of that.
Is the only thing to be fair, like I feel like the passport thing is not that bad. I don't know why he did it. I don't know the ins and outs, but like, is there anything else?
He abandoned that son of his that played for Barcelona. He abandoned him in the favelas until he turned 18. That's when he came back into his life.
He's molded him into a fantastic left back.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a bit like Goku and Gohan. Like, you just let him do his own thing for a little bit. So, yeah, Ronaldinho, man. That's cold player, guys. Thanks a lot, fellas. Callum?
I'm going to go for another defender, and I'm going to pick Maldini. Another one-club man.
Mm-hmm.
A legend of AC. When he retired in 2009, ever since he's taken back over, they've been arguably back to their best, and they're consistently competing for titles, and I think he's an all-round good guy.
Okay. What do you think about the fact that he played till 09, but he retired from his national team in 02? So he abandoned his country for 7
A
years.
lot of players though retire from international
7
early.
years. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. All right, I'll let you have it. Stokes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with one of the footballing nice people. I feel like it's another one like Kante, where this one's kind of undeniable. I always hear stories about him helping his country back home, and it's Sadio Mane. Nice guy.
Recent allegation, recent stories and that a bit.
Wait. Did I miss something? What did I miss?
Yeah.
Allegations. So, I say allegedly. I mean, we can see the information. I believe his wife. I forget the exact number, but his wife is a lot younger than he is what I'll say.
Okay, yeah, right, nice. We'll move along. I'm gonna go with.
Hold tight him for making all the wells in Senegal, though. I rate that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so back to Milan. They seem to have a lot of nice guys, apparently. Kaka. I mean, he's everywhere. He's at all the charity events. He's always smiling, and also he turned up and made someone's dreams in what's it called? He played goals in London, didn't he? So
he's a cutback. Yeah,
he's cutback. Exactly. What's not to like? So I'll take.
He wears that "I belong to Jesus" vest as well. So respect to him.
I'm gonna steer away from the controversial guys. I want to go with someone who flies under the radar, just gets the job done, and that is a United legend, Nemanja Vidic. Now, obviously, all the talent of his teammate, but all of the morals as well. Like, he obviously does a lot of stuff back home in Serbia. He's just known as a good man. Yeah, I think.
Has anyone heard
about that? Did you also see that on Wikipedia as well, Stokes, by chance?
I actually just made that all up, but I'm sure.
No, I rate it.
One thing that you cannot make up is that crazy red card record that Vidic seems to have. Is that nice?
He's being a bit rash, but as soon as he gets off the pitch, he's a gentleman. Gentleman.
Fair enough. I'll take your word for it then. In that case, unless Ali, do you have any disagreements with that one?
It does strike me as a bit of a bully, but I guess that doesn't matter.
Yeah, really. What he did to Chelsea, I understand. Sure.
Callum, back to you.
Okay, so this one I know people are already gonna probably try and shout him down, but I'm gonna pick Neymar, and the reason why I'm picking him is when he was at Santos, there was a young boy who was dying of cancer, and when Neymar went to go visit a Make-A-Wish, the little boy asked him to do a specific celebration. So in the next game Neymar scored, he went and done that celebration, and I believe, I might be wrong, but I think he continued to do that celebration afterwards as well. So yes, Neymar's had some other controversies after that, but I think it's, as him at the time was such a young man himself, like, it's quite an honourable thing to do. I think.
No, it was a nice
pretty good reason.
Ali seems to be in somewhat disagreement, though. Are you having that?
I feel like he's a controversial player in terms of his party lifestyle, his injury records.
That's
February,
the Brazilian way, though. So many Brazilians are like this.
Chunks, Mason Mount in
Chunks, like their culture.
We're not going to put him in there, celebration. A lot of players are doing those little tributes here and there. So
just to clarify, so you are saying that Chunks and Mason Mount is a similar level to that kid that.
Yes, it's the same concept, isn't it?
All right, I'm gonna take, since the mate Ricardo Kaka. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna take a right back. So I'm gonna struggle to find good right backs with all what the current ones are doing nowadays. I'm going to be taking a man who marched against racism during the Paris riots. His name is Lilian Thuram. Great guy. Gave some great sons as well that are really good at football also. So,
Yeah.
Nah, solid pick. I was looking at him as well.
Had to get them fullbacks locked in. Ali, you got 2 picks.
I'm also going to go for a fullback, current player, and I don't know if this the right criteria, but this is a man that got robbed of his Champions League medal, his Super Cup.
Nah, there's no way you're trying to shoot.
And his runners-up, Reece James. I know. Let's be real, guys. He's went through a lot, innit? And he's
so because someone stole his Champions League medal, he
got robbed, so therefore he's a good, good guy.
He's a nice guy. If he wasn't,
so what if he steals it back?
They get them back. He's got no medal.
Other than his lack of hamstrings, I can't really argue it. So you can have Reece James if you want, I suppose.
Reece James, he's in there.
All right. And your next player?
My next player, another Chelsea man, single-handedly stopped a civil war in his home country.
Okay.
The main man himself, Didier Drogba.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
I agree with you. It's obviously going to be looking a bit tough when you have Drogba coming up against, my strikers and that, but no problem. GG's. Back to me already. Okay. I'm going to ignore goalkeeper for now. I'm going to take someone who his charitable work is undeniable. If it's not Kaka, then it has to be this man. During the World Cups, again, donated a large chunk of his salary towards kids' surgeries, towards the Palestinians as well. So hold tight him, Mesut Ozil. That's a good charitable guy there. That will be my second midfielder. Callum?
I'm going to go with another midfielder, and I'm going to pick Michael Essien. Not only has he done a lot of...
He's gone.
Michael Essien's gone, mate.
Oh, is he gone? Damn it!
Yeah,
Damn it! I forgot Ali taking... Oh, I'm an idiot. Just so I can get this over and done with, I'll go with a goalkeeper. I'm going to take Iker Casillas. Done a lot of work for Heart Foundations. Also works for, I believe it's UNICEF. He's an ambassador for either UNICEF or one of the other big charitable organizations.
Yeah.
Is it UN? Is it Stokes?
Yeah,
okay.
it is, yeah.
But yeah, he does a lot of charity work and Madrid legend. But yeah, I'm taking Iker Casillas.
I do recall he was maybe embroiled in a bit of he thought it was funny to have a prank on Twitter where was it him and
Oh, I remember that.
Wait, let me not mention it because the other guy is
yeah, because did someone else have that player in their team?
No, don't
by
worry
chance?
about that. Don't worry about that.
Should we ignore that one?
No,
yeah.
Stokes, your pick.
Calm guy.
Good guy.
Okay, so my team's looking very continental, but I think we need to take it back to some more Brexit situations, like people familiarity and all that. So I'm going to go with a pundit we see on TV every day. I'm going to go with Gary Neville now. He's a very charitable guy. I believe he lives in like a green. His whole house is like green energy. Like it's all crazy. He's built some hotels. He's given people loads of jobs. He seems like an all round. He fights on loads of causes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, nice guy.
Have any of you seen that video where some poor kid
calls Gary Neville's phone? Don't say the prank call.
and he absolutely goes crazy.
Yeah, I do believe I've seen that on Twitter quite a few times.
Poor man is getting pranked in his spare time and he's trying to recover, and this is how he's getting
Fair enough. You can have Gary Neville, mate. No dramas.
Yeah.
Was that your first or second pick?
My first. And for the second one, we're going with a striker. England number 9, Harry Kane. Now, I see your face.
He swore on his daughter's life that he touched the ball when he did. That's disgusting.
Adrenaline, like he thought he touched it in the moment, but he's loads of foundations. I feel like he never gets up to any nonsense. Like he's just an all-round good guy, Harry Kane.
Ali, you happy with Kane? Or?
Yeah, I'm alright with Kane. I feel like he comes down as one of the nice guys in football. Minus that incident.
Yeah,
fair enough. No worries. Callum, you calm with that one then, yeah?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Cool. All right, then who is yours?
I'm gonna pick Seedorf just because I couldn't find anything controversial about him. I enjoyed watching him as a player. A lot of highlights I've seen over the years, and I couldn't find anything bad to say about him. So I'm just gonna pick Seedorf. That's it.
Funny you say that, and Stokes is fair. Because when Kevin Prince Boateng went to Milan, do you know who got in a scrap and tried to beat him up and throw a chair at him in the dressing room? It was Clarence Seedorf.
Was it actually?
It was Clarence Seedorf. And then he Kevin tried to squash the beef, and Clarence in his car, he was driven by a chauffeur. He just closed the window and said, "Move." That's very arrogant.
Are you sure this wasn't KP's fault? I mean, just
KP's reserved for Calvin Phillips. We don't call
Calvin Phillips.
All right, fine. Have your Seedorf, man, if you want.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm going to be taking, my team is going to have great chemistry because everyone's just smiling and laughing. As I go to centre back here, I bring you another one of my good friends. He sent my dad a personal video message when I met him. A Ghanaian/Frenchman, Marcel Desailly. Always on vibes. Great guy.
Yeah.
There's a documentary. You guys need to watch it. The first 30 seconds is the best video I've ever seen. I'll link it afterwards anyway. But yeah, Desailly, that is my 8th pick. Callum, back to you. I hope you've had some time to think.
No, that's my one.
Yes, Ali's. Sorry, my bad.
And I've got one that just popped into my head. I'm going to take Rafa Leao. and the reason for that being he stopped with Cristiano Ronaldo's car so that Speed could meet his legend, his icon, his hero, and that, you know what I mean, that made his moment, didn't it? That made his life. That was probably the best day of Speed's life.
That may have been something bad for society as a whole, you know. When he starts, I'm not sure that was a good thing, but okay. No, you can have Leia. I'm not mad at it.
Another one, my other one is gonna be a defender that put his body on the line for Chelsea in a Champions League final, carried on playing even though he was injured. David Luiz.
Yeah, no, he's a very good guy, to be fair.
Yeah.
That was a consideration for me, so no dramas. It is on me. Okay, I'm going to be taking someone that when I first spoke about him, Stokes thought I was lying. He couldn't believe it. This is a man who has done charitable work in Ghana and South Africa during the apartheid era as well, actually. England's best winger of all time, Sir Stanley Matthews.
He brings this up every he fits this into every show, no matter what.
Like, Stanley Matthews. That's the first time that I put him in a draft, to be fair. I've never had a chance to put him in a draft, so there we go. That's a cold front three, you know. Ronaldinho, R9, Sir Stanley Matthews. Yeah, good luck, you, man. Callum?
I am going to go with Samuel Eto'o. I think... Ooh. Yes, I know what you're going to bring up, but he has done so much work in his home country of Cameroon. He's opened up schools, hospitals, and yes, you're about to bring something up, but I think overall, the good outweighs the bad with Samuel Eto'o.
Ali, what do you think about that Eto'o pick?
You know what I mean? He's had quite, especially lately, he's had quite a bit of controversy. You know what I mean? His AFCON was a bit marred. He's sending players home and that. Like, you know what I mean? He's not.
It's because he's got passion for his country and he wants the best for them.
But is he
I don't think that excuse is kicking random journalists, though. You know,
the footage was there. You know, me personally.
Yeah. Obviously, also for Cameroon, he wore an illegal shirt when they were wearing those.
Oh no! Come on, be serious. You can't.
You're not allowed to wear vests. You're not allowed to wear vests. That ain't the rules. But I say that and have Eto'o, I guess. Sure, go on. Stokes, you got 2 picks.
2 picks. All right. Yep. So potentially now, first and foremost, rest in peace. And secondly, perhaps the greatest centre back of all time. I mean, I wasn't around to see it, but I've heard stories.
Okay.
And he also has one of the longest standing foundations, the Franz Beckenbauer Foundation. A very, very, what's the word? A guy you never hear anything negative about. Obviously, he did die quite recently. Has done charity work for over 40 years. You know, he seemed like a great human being, great footballer.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah,
fair play. Yeah, second pick.
Okay, controversial. I'm gonna be honest. Like this might not make it through.
He's trying to make his team like bumped up a little bit.
Listen, he's not even that good at football, so hear me out when I say it. But I like it. I think he's a good personality. He's good fun. Patrice Evra. Now, obviously, there's a few.
No. There's no way you can.
No, is that just
that's as bad as Rio and Terry. That is.
That one ain't flying.
It's not flying. That
he's everything. He's a snitch. He's a strange individual. He's everything that you don't want in a humanitarian. I'm afraid. Sorry, man.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Okay, goalkeeper. I'm gonna move there. Gianluigi Buffon. Now, I've never really heard anything except him being a gentleman. Obviously, played football for a long time. Didn't really get involved in anything, and I'm sure he's done a lot of charitable works in his spare time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. No dramas.
Yeah, nice.
Callum?
I'm gonna take Vincent Kompany. He comes from a family of politicians who've done a lot of great work back in Belgium. I believe it was his father or his mother. I can't remember which one. He's done a lot of good charity work over the years, and I think a lot of people would agree. He just comes across as a really nice guy, and
I mean, 2 days ago I saw him.
I know.
On the sideline, got sent a red card.
If you watch the replay, can we all agree that was not a red card at all,
Ali,
or even a foul is even a stretch?
Ali, what do you think, mate? What do you think about getting packed in by Craig Bellamy on the touchline?
You know what I mean? I think that's a bit of a tarnish on his name, really, for being honest. You hear it.
And, that's one thing that comes to mind, certainly, that Stokes said. And the second thing that comes to mind is, of course, we talk about good guys, humanitarians. One thing that I believe is like you shouldn't be a liar. And this guy said Lokonga's the next Yaya Toure. I don't know if I can let him get away with that. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But I guess if you want company, I'm not mad at it. But just note this one down. If he was at home, that he's picking Vincent Company. It's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I have a midfield spot left. Do I go for like? Oh no, I got a great one. This is a man who he's all about positivity nowadays. Well, even in his career, he's a very quiet, humble guy. And now he's got an app. It's called Striver. He actually invited me to it. It's a social media platform. This is not an ad, by the way.
I was gonna say
it's kind of like an ad. It's a social media platform where people and football fans come to debate things, but there's no toxic vibes, no rude words or bad language. He's a Brazilian by the name of Gilberto Silva, the Invisible Wall. That's a great guy. You can search the app as well.
Yeah, it must be. That sounds a bit.
Yeah, he contacted me directly to get me on the app as well. So I have to respect his thing. That's a great guy there. So Gilberto Silva, welcome to my team. Ali, you have your last 2 picks, I believe.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm going to go for a man that could be on this list for plenty of reasons, to be honest. Very nice guy. Never see him have a fight on the pitch or argue with players. Eden Hazard.
Oh, hold on.
I know what we're all going to say.
A young Welshman might disagree with you.
But if we look at the full story,
booted in the chest.
That kid pretended that he was hurt, and Eden Hazard still forgave him to help him.
He forgave him.
Eden Hazard forgave him. Eden Hazard was 21 years old, first season in England. The kid pretended that he was hurt, got Hazard sent off, got Hazard death threat sent to him, and Hazard found it in his heart to forgive the kid and work with him down the line on his brand AU. You know what I mean? That's a good guy.
Yeah, but some would say he only worked with him because he was retired and started to lose a little bit of the relevance that he had, Because, for example, like Alexis Sanchez, he's scoring in, games that are winning into the title, whilst Hazard's playing with like Sharky and Chunks and stuff. So
look, that's another one. That's another little point. Thank you for bringing that up. Playing in these charities,
He does.
It's not like they were getting paid to be there.
He made sure his brother got signed for Chelsea when he got signed as well. You know what I mean? This is a man that's doing good things.
Fair. And Hazard, listen, nice guy as well. Good vibes. Fair enough. And your second player?
Oh, this man sacrificed his career really to stay at his boyhood club. Sacrificed Premier League trophies to stay at his boyhood club. Steven Gerrard. Got to think about that. He missed the penalty for the greater good of the team just so he could get Roy Hodgson sacked. That is a man that really cares about his club.
Do you know Steven Gerrard's favourite song, Ali?
I do not know Steven Gerrard's favourite song.
I'll tell you who else doesn't. The DJ that he punched up in the nightclub for not playing his favourite song.
I remember that.
That's crazy. I don't think we can have Steven Gerrard, guys.
Steven Gerrard's not allowed, I didn't know he punched someone up. Just to disclaim, I didn't know that he punched someone up, so I'm happy to take him out and replace him for maybe the better version, a better midfielder, Frankie Lampard. This man was getting booed by his own fans when he's injured at West Ham. He's went through a lot. He played for Chelsea in the Champions League semi-finals or quarter-finals. A couple of days after his mum died, scored a penalty. Saw him crying on the pitch.
Yeah. Lampard I can't argue that one, to be honest with you. That's fine by me. The only thing I want the viewers to know is that you had a choice of anyone and you picked Gerrard before Lampard. Just note that one down. That's all I'm going to say. Nothing else, but fair enough.
It's not like he forgot Lampard as well, because he did mention him earlier. So can we make a note of that, all Chelsea fans, please?
Yeah. He wanted to win the draft, so he picked Gerrard. Interesting.
Yeah.
My last pick, I've got to go for a goalkeeper. And as I said at the start of the video, obviously just been Easter. So, everyone's in their religious bag at the moment. And this is someone that, he's very strong on religion. He always promotes it when he's doing videos on Foot Asylum or Pro Direct and that. He scored a goal before. Alisson Becker. Great guy. What's all about that? It's a great
Didn't he have like a tape? You know what I mean? A certain kind of tape that got out at a point.
I haven't seen that. Don't know what
I haven't seen
that.
that.
I don't know what you've been watching, how you mate. But I have not heard about that one.
We'll have to look into it, but it can happen, I guess. That's a last.
Yeah, thanks. It's a great keeper. Alisson, there we go. Callum, your last pick.
I think I'm gonna pick Patrick Vieira. The only controversy I could ever think of in his career is, like, you say the Roy Keane, but that's not really. That's just two very passionate footballers who wanted to win. And then the only other one would be the Everton game with the fan getting in his face. Once again, that's another incident where I'd say Vieira didn't really do anything wrong.
Except two cases of assault, but nothing wrong, really.
And just having the
What,
record.
how are they assault?
And
Like,
the record for red cards
here.
in the Premier League as well. He's up
Yeah,
there.
it's just passion, man. He's just passionate. That's all.
I'm sure a lot of his former players have got a few things to say about him as well.
Let me move on to someone else, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
I'm really struggling for a name.
He's gonna try to pick QPR Joey Barton next. Look at him.
No. Not a chance.
Yeah, I really agree with some of the things he says. You know, he says it.
No, don't do me like that. Come on, be serious. I'm gonna pick Luka Modric, someone who's done a lot of work in his country of Croatia, especially with the whole what happened with Yugoslavia and the fallout of that. He is himself, I believe, a refugee, and he's done a lot of work with refugees. And yeah, I think he's just. As far as I'm aware, I've never heard anything bad about Modric.
Apart from the fact that he stole a Ballon d'Or off Eden Hazard, you know what I mean? Nothing for me.
Oh, give over. Give over.
I thought something serious was about to come out of his mouth for a second. Stokes, you happy with Modric here? All good?
Yeah. Not a tax evasion guy, but he's cool.
Really?
Oh,
no.
We've established we're alright with that. Cool. Tax evasion.
Yeah, we've already established we're fine with that, so it's cool by me.
Keep doing your thing, you man. Keep doing your thing. Stokes, last pick before we send our teams.
Okay, so I thought for this one, I'm not even going to use my own words. I'm going to use the words of the great man, Luis Enrique.
Okay.
Jordi Alba has always seemed a very good person to me. Now, I mean, if that's about as good as about.
I was waiting for a cold.
Trust me, about how many charities he's got or something. But it's a very good.
I mean, listen, he does have a hospital, so I mean, he seems like a sound. Like, do you know what I mean? I haven't seen anything.
Did Luis Enrique ever really say that, bro?
No, I said that. Listen, I've got an article in front of me.
No problem. Fair enough. That will be your 11th player. No dramas. If everyone could save their lineups, Stokes would love my one if it was EAFC as well, bro. Stokes would play.
Really? Got R9.
It might take you from 16 and 4 to 17 and 3, bro.
Yeah.
Stokes, chat to us about why your team is the best one here. I've already got my questions. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So for me, it's not even about. Do I have any weaknesses? Because it's very clear I have zero weaknesses. It's all about where my strengths are. Now, I'll start with the greatest player to ever kick football, Lionel Messi. You know, he's in there. He's getting accompanied by Iniesta, so he feels comfortable, feels at home. Obviously, Kante's protecting the back four, like we know how brilliant he was. Ruud Gullit, largely renowned as one of the greatest attacking midfielders to ever play the game. You've got Kaká, like all the flair and brilliance and speed that you never need. Harry Kane, obviously not a great title winner, but at the end of the day, he's a fantastic centre forward. And then obviously at the back, part of United's glory days, you got Vidic and Gary Neville. You got Beckenbauer, potentially the best ever CB. Jordi Alba, he's a very good attacking fullback and bring something down that left side. Obviously, you got Buffon, no complaints with Buffon. So I mean, overall the balance, I'm just looking at the balance and I'm loving it, personally. So what do you guys think? Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not quite loving it as much as you are, to be honest with you. No? Obviously, Kaká, incredible player, Ballon d'Or winner. It looks as though you're kind of just shoehorning players into a formation that doesn't really fit them at their best. Kaká loves to play centrally. Can he play, as an inside forward? Yes, he can. But would you want that? I'm looking at him thinking, the width is somewhat lacking. Because if you want Jordi Alba going forward, you've got Iniesta playing a deep role that was often occupied by Xavi or, for example, Busquets or even Rakitic. So I'm not
Kante's doing the work of two men. I mean, listen, it's a very fluid formation. I feel like Messi's going to be floating, Gullit's going to be up and down. I mean,
where's Kane going to actually play in this? Is he going to end up on the halfway line as usual, or? Listen,
Kane and Messi, I can only fathom how the brilliance of that duo. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine the playmaking in that team. Wow.
Interesting.
Brilliant.
Fair enough.
I would just like to bring one thing up though with one of his defenders.
Okay.
If you type in Franz Beckenbauer controversy into Google,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things about the World Cup and what happened of recent and what came to light, he's very much involved in that. And obviously now him, rest in peace, probably will never truly come to light his full extent to the corruption of this.
I think once the teams have been, I feel like I want to argue about the actual team. I feel like we've let him off already having Beckenbauer.
Fair enough.
So it'll be.
I just want the viewers to note that down. That's all. Just so they remember that.
Okay, no problem.
That's all.
Ali, are you happy with this team?
I think it's got a bit of a short team, height wise. There's a lot.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
They're gonna struggle at corners.
Outside of Hullet and Kaki, and Kane, your team is midgets. But
he's gonna play Hullet CB in game.
He's gonna set him to drop back, is he?
Yeah, fair enough. It's an alright team, but let me show you the best team.
Yeah, that's it.
I had to redeem myself. Some of you may have thought that I got a 0 last week. I made a mistake. Not last week, 2 weeks ago. I got 1 point. I miscounted it. I assumed I got 0 because my team was that bad. But one person, hold tight Nathan, he gave me 1 point. So I finished last on 1. But now I win because in goal, I have the best keeper in the world right now. Arguably the best ever Prem keeper, some may say. Fullbacks, Roberto Carlos and Thuram. Complete fullbacks. Attacking, defending, quick, strong. My centre-backs, Desailly and Puyol, leaders, aggressive. You got a bit of pace in there with Desailly as well, incredible. And on my midfield trio, the balance here is just incredible. Because I've got Gilberto Silva screening. Yeah, invincible Gilberto, that is, by the way. The one that no lost games in the Premier League that year. Wow. Andrea Pirlo, again, he can play as a deep lying playmaker if he wants, but he also has a license to go forward and help out Mesut Ozil, the ultimate creator. Think of what Ozil was doing with like Giroud, Walcott, Welbeck and these men. Now imagine Sir Stanley Matthews bombing down the wing. Now imagine Ronaldinho Gaucho, Ronaldo Nazario. Remember what CR7 was doing? Now imagine Nazario. Wow, that front three, it speaks for itself. I've got 3 Ballon d'Or winners in my attack as well. It's just an incredible team. I don't really see any weaknesses. But Stokes, I'm sure you're going to try. So
yeah, I mean, I hate to be disrespectful because part of a very good Arsenal side, but I just can't accept Gilberto Silva in that team. I feel like he's just letting the side down massively. Like maybe even some would be saying you're playing with 10 out there. I mean, decent player.
Yeah, there goes your Striver invite. It's a really good app as well, filled with positivity. But there's always going to be underrated players, man. If that's the only weakness you can find.
I like the balance. The balance is nice. I'll give you that.
Ali, my team wins, Or are you going to try Waffle? Go on. Do your best.
I think it might be the second best team here. You know what I mean? It is a decent team. I think Ozil and maybe Gilberto Silva do look a bit out of place in there, but
really,
I guess they're on the pitch based on their merits.
I mean, these are all of them in their primes as well, by the way. Hey, Mesut Ozil, let's not disrespect Mesut, Callum, you like my team, innit? It's a cool team.
Yeah, it's a decent team. I don't think it's the best team here, but also bringing up Thuram as well at right back. He played there a bit in his career, but he also played in other positions, so possible weak link there, if you ask me. But apart from that, I can't deny it's probably the second best team here.
Okay, and I assume that means yours is first. So let's see your team.
Yeah, of course. Like,
sure. What's your team?
You got Eto'o, Neymar, Cruyff, midfield 3 of Modric, Seedorf, and Rodri. And then a back 4: Marcelo, Maldini, Company, and Zanetti. Like, where's the weak link in this team? I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused by that midfield, really. So Seedorf is going to be bombing forward. It looks as though to me
he's the most attacking-minded out of the trio. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
I don't like that when you've got Cruyff on the wing. Stokes, do you like that?
But Cruyff is tucking in.
Yeah, Cruyff's been he's been shoehorned out there. I feel like you haven't found a gentleman right winger, and you just shoved him out there.
Yeah.
No, he's playing inside forward. He's not quite fully out on the right. He's more inside forward positionally.
Was Zanetti to provide the width?
No, it's a lopsided team. We're playing mainly down the left. We got Marcelo bombing down the outside. Neymar. Yeah. It's a bit of a lopsided team. That's all.
Could have done a diamond. If you came in with a diamond, I think I'd have given you more.
Yeah, but it was difficult who I put exactly in that diamond. That was the problem. So I just went with this for now. And
okay. Ali,
I still think it's the best team here.
Ali, you a fan of that?
It's a decent team, but I don't think it's quite up there in terms of superstar power in that team. The moments players, I feel like that midfield is a little bit.
It's a bit scary, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's just a bit mid. You know what I mean? I'll look at it and think, yeah,
mid.
Yeah,
the
man.
best defensive midfielder in the world currently, and a Ballon d'Or winner, and then Clarence Seedorf.
But excuse me, but there were years where Gilberto Silva had that, and you man have said, how does he even get there? So
yeah, come on, we can't compare.
We've got Vincent Kompany in there. You know what I mean?
Yes, we can.
Kompany is a Premier League. Great.
I see a lot of own goals.
Great defender.
You even had to hesitate yourself there to think.
Yeah, I know. Can we cut that a bit out? Can we just cut like that 3 seconds out? Can we?
No,
if that's all right.
That's going to be a trailer even. There you go. It's all right, team. And lastly, oh dear, what the hell is this? We have Ali's team. Let's go.
We found last place anyway.
Emmanuel was claiming to have the best keeper in Premier League history, but I've actually got him on my team. Better check.
Oh yeah.
Got Cannavaro, Ballon d'Or winner, with David Luiz next to him. Solid front right there. One that's a bit more calm. One that's a bit more looking for the ball. We got James bombing down the right. Eric Abidal to stay a bit more solid. Good balance in that midfield. Lampard and Essien, they know each other. They've played together. Hazard on the right. You know, he's good enough. He can play on the left. That's where he wants to be, but he's good enough to play on the right. He's got Leao on the other side. You know what Leao can do. And then Mbappe and Drogba. That partnership, I don't think people can actually just try and imagine what that partnership will look like, innit? Drogba winning the flick on Mbappe with his pace, running in on them in behind, yeah. That partnership has potential to get crazy numbers.
Stokes, what are your initial thoughts of this team?
I mean, I was just doing a little head count there. I think it's 7 Chelsea players. You got rejected on John Terry as well. So nearly had 8 Chelsea guys. I mean, listen, I don't mind it. I feel like David Luiz, compared to some of the CVs I'm seeing, I'm not convinced. Reece James, I like the idea of Mbappe and Drogba. You sold me on that one. I can agree with that. Essien, fantastic footballer. Might be a little overloaded attacking wise because Lampard wasn't exactly good at sitting. So you're gonna have Essien by himself. But other than that,
Essien's a beast. He can do that role in there by himself.
I find it fascinating that obviously Ali was the first one to comment on having players like Ozil and Gilberto Silva in my squad. But he has Reece James in his 11 and David Luiz, who I like David Luiz a lot. Or for example, Rafael Leao. Are we going to say that his spot is more warranted than Mesut Ozil, a World Cup winner?
We're also forgetting
celebrations that.
Are we also forgetting the whole Abidal situation as well here?
Look, they might not seem like.
The bit about him cheating on his wife and all of that.
Yeah, he's made it on the team bus already now, bro. He's here now.
Once you're on the bus, it's fine. Once you've made the bus, like, you're good to go. We now question you from a tactical standpoint. And I don't know, a 4-4-2 with Hazard and Leao on the wings, that gives me shivers. And not in a good way. That's like, ooh.
They can come inside a little bit, play as a box midfield. That right there, it's an adventurous team. Look, I'm an attacking manager, innit? And we're gonna go for it. Like, you might think you're gonna get us defensively. We're
trying to outscore the other team.
We're gonna outscore you. That's for sure. You score 3, we score 4.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you're going to see the voting right now, I'm going to see Ali scoring 0. I'd like to think. So,
and I bet they're going to be able to tell what team is mine as well.
Yeah. You might as well just put Ali's team instead of B or D.
In fairness, with Sir Stanley Matthews, I might get caught as well. Because no one else is putting Sir Stanley Matthews. But we'll see how it goes. Those are our teams. That was a lot of good fun as well. It was meant to be a good Samaritan list turned into who can, absolve people of their crimes. The most, I guess, is what it became. Yeah. But a good draft overall. You lot will see the winners now on screen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We're back next week. Leave a like, do the usual stuff. Follow these guys on their socials, IG, Twitter, Twitch, wherever it may be. Have a wonderful weekend. In a bit. Bosh.